Hi everyone, this is a review of the new Yankee Candle fragranced wax melts that are part of the new Well Living collection that have come out on the Yankee Candle website, as well as Bed Bath & Beyond and Meyer stores. These Yankee Candle wax melts have new packaging and a new wax blend that includes coconut and soy wax. I don't know what their old blend is, but I don't think that they might have contained soy. I mean, I think they all contain a little bit of soy, but I don't think they ever contained coconut. One thing I do want to mention is I like the new clamshells. I like the way they look. They're kind of streamlined. They're flatter and I should mention this one, of course, is not part of the new Well Living collection, but it is a new scent, so I'm reviewing it at the same time. So if we compare the two clamshells, we see that the new one is like a different kind of an oval. It looks bigger, but it's actually not because it's just flatter. And you can see from the side, it looks like there's a lot less wax in it, but they are both 2.6 ounces. It's just the way that the older clamshell just had a lot more plastic in between the wax, whereas this is just, you can just snap off wax cubes. Now, the one problem that I have with this clamshell is, first of all, it's hard to open. You have to kind of, there's like a little lip here, but it's really hard to, I'm trying to do it now, and it's kind of hard to do it. Let's try this. Here we go. There we go. And you open it, and the cubes are a little hard to, they're easy to break, but they're a little hard to get out of the clamshell. So even though they're flat, to get them out of the clamshell, you kind of have to push the back of it. So it's a little hard to get out of the clamshell. The big problem I have with these clamshells is you have to snap them closed all the way around. So you can't just go ploop and you're done, because then that stays open. And, well, some of them you have to snap all four corners closed. So if you do this, you also have to close that side and make sure that side's closed. I also found that some of them, even if you close them, they pop open again. So one of these arrived, like this one arrived at the bottom of the box. It was completely open, and the wax was just like sitting there at the bottom of the box outside of the clamshell. So again, not really a deal breaker. What is, however, a deal breaker is the price. These are $5.50 on the Yankee Candle website. They're also $5.49 at Meyer, and they're $5.99 at Bed Bath & Beyond. $6, even $5 is way too much to spend for wax melts. So these have to be really, really good. I mean, amazing scents and throw in order for me to even consider spending $5 or $6. Now, Meyer stores do have these as well. Meyer does have additional scents from this collection that are not available at Bed Bath & Beyond, so I was unable to review those because I don't have any Meyer stores near me. I think that the scents from this Well Living collection are meant to be more like atmospheric background scents, like something you'd find at a hotel, because there's a noticeable lack of fruity, tropical, and bakery scents. There's no bakery scents in this collection. There's really no fruity scents, no tropical scents. So they're more like kind of like atmospheric background type scents. So I will get started with the reviews. If you've never seen my reviews before, I don't look at the scent notes until after I've done the review, because I don't want to be swayed by what I think they should smell like. So I will start with Energizing, Grapefruit, and Rosemary. And the notes for this are, this is a nice And you can see that I haven't used any cubes from this particular one because I did buy duplicates and triplicates of each scent. So if you're wondering, geez, you know, she really didn't melt any of these. No, I did. It's not this particular one. Anyway, notes are top notes of pink grapefruit and lemon zest and bergamot, middle notes of tarragon, fresh mint, and eucalyptus, and base notes of rose and cardamom. This smells like grapefruit, lychee, a green herbal note, a hint of floral like rose maybe, and maybe a smidgen of lemon. It's an odd blend of notes, and it's very sweet, almost nauseatingly so. It's a nice scent. It's not one of my favorites, but it's quite nice. Looking at the notes, I do see a lot of them I do detect, but I'm not getting mint or eucalyptus, although those might be the herbal notes that I'm detecting. Throw is strong, like a 3.5 out of 5. Would do well in a medium to a large size room. Next is grounding, vetiver, and incense. And the notes are, it's not really a pretty color, not for wax melts. Notes are top notes of aromatic elemi. I don't know what elemi is. I think it has to do with frankincense or something like that. Aromatic elemi, spicy pepper, bergamot, middle notes of cypress, coriander, ginger root, and incense, and base notes of black vetiver, olibanum, musk, and amber. Olibanum is frankincense. Olibanum is another name for frankincense. And then musk and amber. This is a rich wood scent with warm amber, musk, and maybe a hint of sweet tobacco, as well as a bergamot note that gives it a little bit of a cologne-y note, even though it's not a cologne scent. It's quite sweet. It's fantastic. Looking at the notes, I do mention here, elemi is a tree resin with clean, green, balsamic, citrusy, coriander, and pine notes, and I am getting all of that in this scent. I'm not getting black pepper. I'm not getting ginger. Throw is very strong, like a 4 out of 5. Would do well in a large room and maybe outside the room. Next is joyful, jasmine, and gardenia. And notes are top notes of fresh nuts, gooseberry, and plum, middle notes of velvet. I didn't know velvet had a scent. Velvet, woolen flower, and let me try this again. Top notes of fresh notes, gooseberry, and plum, middle notes of velvet, woolen flower, frangipani, tuberose, gardenia, and jasmine, and base notes of clove bark, cedarwood, and autumn musk. This is a fantastic, super sweet scent of gardenia with tuberose, and I do smell the tuberose. It's a creamy, super sweet, extra rich combination of gardenia and honeysuckle with a hint of lily. I'm also getting a tiny bit of honey, a hint of neroli and musk, and maybe a smidgen of sweet vanilla. I love this scent. Looking at the notes, I'm not getting any nuts, berries, clove, or wood notes at all. And the throw is strong, like a 3.5 out of 5. Next is mindful, cypress, and sage. Notes are top notes of cypress, citrus, and fresh green accords, middle notes of pine, iris, and orchid, and base notes of cedarwood and ebony wood. I can't figure out what I'm smelling, but it's nice. It's sweet and herbal with a fruity note, like maybe blackberry, as well as bergamot that gives it a tiny bit of a citrusy cologne note, but it's not a cologne scent. A hint of wood that might be cedar, and lemon, a tiny bit of pine, and a smidgen of floral way in the background. Looking at the notes, I'm surprised I don't see fruit, and despite the scent name, there's no sage in the notes, and I don't detect any savory notes like sage anyway. I don't know how to classify this scent because it has so many different notes, but I'd say it's maybe more fruity than anything else, but not by much. There's just so many other things going on in here. Throw on this one is 3 out of 5, like a medium. Would do well in a small to medium-sized room. Next is optimistic lotus blossom and aloe. Notes are top notes of marine accord, dune grass, and water hyacinth, middle notes of blue chamomile, lotus blossom, and aloe, and base notes of vetiver, sea moss, and whetstone accord. This is a fresh herbal green scent with an oceany water note, a hint of lemon, and maybe a barely detectable smidgen of floral in the background. That could be lilac. It's a little bit sweet. It's a great scent. Looking at the notes, they're spot on. There's the hyacinth, which does smell like lilac. And vetiver is a lemony note. And the throw is very strong. 4 out of 5 would do well in a large room and maybe outside the room. Next we have peaceful lavender and sea salt. Top notes of lavender, white cyclamen, and pink Himalayan salt. Middle notes of coconut and pear blossom, and base notes of figwood, vanilla bean, and salty musk. This is a fresh but slightly salty oceany water scent with just a little bit of sweetness, a hint of lavender, and a smidgen of coconut. It's a little bland, but it's pleasant. Looking at the notes, they're accurate. I do detect a smidgen of the fig, but I don't detect pear or any fruity notes, and the throw is strong, like a 3.5 out of 5 would do well in a medium to a large sized room. Next is renewing coconut and iris. Top notes of watery ozone, pink cotton flower, and agave. Middle notes of sun poppy, coconut water, and white iris. And base notes of blonde woods, violet leaf, sandalwood, and amber. This is a lovely scent of sweet florals, which I can't identify, and creamy coconut with vanilla and possibly a smidgen of fresh air and musk. That's all I can really say. It's not a very complex scent, but it's quite nice, and the throw is medium. 3 out of 5 would do well in a small to medium-sized room. Next, we've got revitalizing ginger and lemon, and the top notes are lemon zest, lime, and orange peel. Middle notes of black pepper, cayenne pepper, and peppercorn. Base notes of sesame seeds and grated ginger. This smells almost exactly like Better Homes and Gardens Meyer Lemon Basil, which is a salty, savory lemon scent with olive oil notes. Sniffing them side by side, the Better Homes and Gardens Meyer Lemon Basil may have just a smidgen of sweetness, while this scent is more salty. But they're pretty much the same, and they smell fantastic. Looking at the notes, I'm not getting lime, orange, sesame seeds, or ginger. I'm also not getting black or cayenne pepper, but the peppercorns, yes, as that's what's helping to make this scent so savory. It's a fantastic scent. Unfortunately, the scent started to fizzle within 2 hours. It was pretty much gone, and the throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Next is soothing oak and patchouli. I like that color. Top notes of golden amber and copper leaves. Middle notes of white oak, oriental woods, and spiced clove. Base notes of pink patchouli, white oak, and vanilla. This is a sweet, warm, ambery scent with sweet cedar and a bit of vanilla. I think I'm also getting a tiny bit of floral and possibly a smidgen of blackberry. It's a very nice scent. Looking at the notes, I'm definitely getting some incensey vibes, but no patchouli or clove notes. I like the scent, and the throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. And last, save the best for last, is tranquil, rose, and hibiscus. Top notes of rose, muguet, pink grapefruit. Middle notes of evergreen, hibiscus, and heliotrope, and base notes of cashmere, powder, and orris. This is my favorite scent of the entire collection. It's rose with a rich, warm, slightly soapy, even slightly salty note that even has a teensy bit of smokiness, or maybe the smokiness could be pine or spruce. I think I also detect a tiny bit of red currant, a teensy bit of a very sweet floral like jasmine, and possibly a smidgen of some kind of fruit. Besides the red currant. It's very similar to Hobby Lobby's DD brand Rosewood Blooms, but that scent is slightly soapier and has a bit more of the red currant note. Sniffing them side by side, I really noticed that tiny bit of smoky pine that's in this scent that the DD scent does not have. I adore this scent. It's the only one out of this collection that I think is worth keeping, even though the price is $5.50. This is a scent that I would pay. I wouldn't really mind paying $5 or $6 for this scent because it's fantastic. Looking at the notes, muguet is another name for lily of the valley, which is what I think is jasmine, so I am getting that as well. The throw is very strong. 4 out of 5 would do well in a very large room, maybe outside the room. And this one lasted a long time. It lasted all day. So this one is the keeper out of all of these. And that's it for the Well Living collection. And the only other Yankee Candle wax melt scent that I'm reviewing that is also new but not part of that collection is Wild Orchid. The notes are top notes of sunny ozone, mandarin blossom, bergamot, and palm leaf. Middle notes of wild orchid, hibiscus, strawberry nectar, midnight jasmine, and banana flower. And base notes of fruity musk, sandalwood, and white amber. This is a fruity floral with a candy-like fruit note that could be strawberry or some other fruit with a sweet floral like jasmine. But it also has a tiny bit of sourness from peach and or cantaloupe that tempers a bit of the sweetness. Might also have a smidgen of coconut. It's an okay scent. It's not one of my favorites. Looking at the notes, mandarin is orange, which I don't detect at all. I also don't detect banana. Palm is a nutty, woodsy coconut, which is where I'm getting the coconut. I'm surprised I don't see peach or mango because I do smell quite a bit of peach, which is probably why this is not one of my favorites because I'm not really a fan of most peachy type scents. And the throw on this one is medium, like a 3 out of 5 would do well in a small to medium-sized room. So there you have it. The new Yankee Candle Well Living collection wax melts that I got from Bed Bath & Beyond. They're also available at Meijer, also available on the Yankee Candle website. You can find additional scents at Meijer stores that I'm not able to review because I don't have a Meijer near me. If you want to read a text version of this review, just go to waxmeltreviews.com and feel free to join our Facebook group where you can discuss all different brands and scents of store-bought and retail brand wax melts, and you can find the link to our Facebook group underneath this video and on our website at waxmeltreviews.com. Have a good day.